Melbourne victory. That's a nice ball again, and this time they have scored. And it's Brendan Hamill. It's a 13th different goal scorer for Melbourne victory this season. Hamill, the former Western United defender as well. Segaic leaves it cleverly. Garuccio, it's a clever run. The cross, Ibasuki, and we're all level. Great finish. Great goal for Western United. Hiroshi Ibasuki with his 6th of the season. Garuccio delivers again towards Ibasuki. Really good delivery from Garuccio on that occasion. As Fornaroli on the charge now, looking for Arzani. Russell can't stop him. The cutback this time. Well, that's what he wanted, Bruno. And he got the message. How simple it can be. And finally, it's a second assist of the season from Daniel Arzani. And a second goal of the campaign for Bruno Fornaroli. Victory 6 minutes before half-time and back in front. Straightens up and is dispossessed. Segaic with Bozanovski. Vickery, Ibasuki. Nice football again from Western United. Russell finds Vickery. Vickery crosses. Oh, brilliant football! What a transition goal. Finished off by Abawalati. But that was Western United at their best, and this time their supporters can celebrate what is the equalising goal.
Say anything you can do, we can do too. On the Harvey Norman replay, Vickery charged forward, got his head up, a little deflection off Hamill on the cross, but it fell delightfully for Wallati, who had found space in the box. And the two players that John Aloisi said could pose problems for Melbourne victory combined to bring them level midway through the second half. Vickery to Wallati, 2-2.
And he's 22 years of age now. Here's Mashash on, that's a nice touch. Mashash outside, the opportunity for Santos! His first goal for Melbourne victory. He's been waiting to pull out that celebration.
Well, we said they've come alive since the equaliser on the Harvey Norman replay. Lovely play up from Virgos back to Mashash. And I'm not sure if it's even his first touch in the match. But lovely feet there from Mashash. Good ball across. Touch, composure, and tucks it away. And a good celebration to boot. And they're back in the lead, Melbourne victory. He wasn't as calm underneath the surface.
Well, Jack Duncan has made a couple of really, really good saves. Ibasuki saw one of them touched onto the crossbar, but they've got it now. Noah Botic has equalised for the second time in this contest for Western United. To go, it's 3-3.
It was a wonderful ball in the Harvey Norman replay. Angus Segaic into the real dangerous area at the front post, and Noah Botic does so well. Comes off the line, away from the goal, and just guides it into that far side netting. Nothing Jack Duncan could do about that one. And he says, well, if Lawton can do it in a 90-plus minute goal, I'm going to do the same.
Scene two, he has to leave the field of play, so he has to be invited back on by referee Kersey. The cross over Ibasuki. Danzaki controls against Boss. Danzaki. Oh, Ibasuki! And they've scored 4 again. 2 in stoppage time again. And you just can't keep this Western United side down.
They will not give up. On the Harvey Norman replay, Riku Danzaki gets the ball and takes them on, fires it across the box, and who else but Hiroshi Ibasuki, the Predator, around the 6-yard box, tucks it away, and they've done it again.
If they win again today, it would be their longest winning away run in the 20-year history of the A-League. Piraeus frees up Zach Clough across the 6-yard area, and it is an own goal off Matt Sheridan. For the second time this season, an unfortunate Wellington defender has diverted the ball into his own net. This time it is Matt Sheridan who couldn't get the body position right.
We see him just fading there into an inside channel, gets the ball, whips it across in front of Josh Oluwayemi, and then Matt Sheridan can't sort his feet out. And the misery for the Knicks is now compounded. That is 4 in the last 5 games that they've conceded inside the first 10 minutes.
Ben Falami was arriving at the far post. First corner of the game for Wellington. Ashiga sizes it up into a throng of yellow heads and into the back of the net from Corbin Piper. And they follow him like the Pied Piper to the corner flag. And one of the new boys on Wellington's block has drawn them level at 1-1.
Powerful to get over his defender and then pushes this one beyond Delianoff. No chance for the keeper. Finally, Piney, finally something for the Fever to get up, stand and cheer about. And a respite for Giancarlo Italiano, something to ponder on. How can he now get even more from this game?
Paul Eiffel, you love the intent. It's like a young Ben Sigmund climbing in the penalty area then.
Yeah, it certainly was. That was really, really difficult.
In the 07-08 season to Richie Elegich. Watching on his son Ethan and his side look to find the go-ahead goal here. Piraeus helps it in. Josh Oluwayemi drops it! And Luka Jovanovic pounces. No second invitation needed. And in back-to-back matches, Luka Jovanovic scores the goal that puts Adelaide United 2-1 ahead.
Was even aware that a mistake had been made. Well, let's credit Dylan Piraeus there. Willingness to get that ball forward. It is manageable though, and the self-infliction that has not only played the Phoenix today, but over the course of the last 5 games, rears its ugly head again. Josh Oluwayemi has it in his hands, and it's contact with Scott Wooden that ultimately dislodges the ball, and it falls to the feet of Luka.
Making himself that extra man.
In it comes, the header is brilliant. Fantastic header from Ben Mazzeo. 2-in-2 for him. And the young academy product has broken the deadlock here just after the hour mark.
The delivery that came in, Schreiber, exquisite. And look at that leap going from one direction to the other. It was behind him. Mazzeo somehow found the athleticism to get up, the direction, the power, and all that was needed was something from the corner. Mazzeo gets another goal.
And was rescued by the referee's decision there, Corey Holman.
Lolly. Spotted that late runner, Joel King across the face. Klimala couldn't miss. Brilliantly worked goal by Sydney FC. And Patrick Klimala, who was denied a goal by an offside flag on Wednesday. But I don't think he's going to be denied tonight. Sydney lead.
From Sydney, who've been under a bit of pressure early, but the extra man out wide on the Harvey Norman replay is Joel King, who bounces the ball with that beautiful left footer here, square and first time, to the oncoming pole at the second post. Patrick Klimala, unlucky not to feature in the goal scoring midweek, but he starts things off here tonight at Allianz. It's a beautifully worked move. No surprise that Joe Lolly is at the heart of it as well.
Half time, just 5 or so minutes away. It's going to be Docker, and here's Alfie McCalmont. There's a lot of bodies in there. Oh, and it's looped in. It's going to be an own goal, I fancy. It was Harrison Steele's shots. He's claiming the goal, but there was a big deflection.
Well, the variation on the Harvey Norman replay from the free kick, it's not a surprise. Shouldn't be. They tried this and it worked with a deflection at Gosford a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunate for Klimala, but it's pretty ordinary defending, very static from Sydney. And it's the unfortunate reaction in the end for Klimala, but the damage done before then. And the Mariners find a way to get back level.
Well, Klimala's trying to help that up and over the crossbar, isn't he? But it worked in the Mariners' favour. Harrison Steele pointed to his chest as he was centre. Caceres. 1-2 with Joe Lolly. And threaded through beautifully is Adrian Segaic. Scores! Well, he fluffed his lines a few minutes ago, the substitutes, but not this time. And in front of the Cove, Sydney lead for the second time this evening.
With his favourite left foot was poor. His second effort on goal with his least favourite right foot on the Harvey Norman replay was the end of some beautiful football. Very patient from Sydney. But Caceres measuring the pass, the timing of the pass, the weight of the pass, feeding the timing of the run on the angle from Segaic. It's just delightful from Sydney. They've been made to wait for it. They've been very patient. And the Mariners' resistance has been broken.
Adrian Segaic's third goal of the season, his previous two. Sent along by Matthews, and a bit of a miscue from Sainsbury. Segaic trying to barrel his way through. Still might break here for Wood. It's very clever by Patrick Wood, and Segaic has a double at Allianz Stadium for the second time this season, and have the Mariners been put to sleep.
It's great work from Patrick Wood. And if this passes the offside test on the Harvey Norman replay, enjoy the finish whilst they work out whether Patrick Wood came from an offside position, if the touch to him was from Segaic. Thereafter, this is a great interplay between the two Sydney youngsters. Caltac.
Yeah, that's off Caltac.
Thought he had it. Instinctive from Patrick Wood. Straight off the bench. This is great awareness. Lovely work. And Segaic matches the pass with a delectable chip over the keeper.
Well, VAR will do the checks, no doubt. Caceres popping it over the top for Jaden Kucharski. Segaic, and he's going to go for it. Oh, hat-trick! What a fantastic goal from Adrian Segaic. What a fantastic substitution he was by Ufuk Talay. A first senior hat-trick for Adrian Segaic, and that one the pick of the bunch.
With his first chance at goal so badly miss-hit with that left foot, he now completes his hat-trick on the Harvey Norman replay with a beauty. He used his body magnificently to secure possession. He turned tight away from the tackling defender, and then he just fires it home. The very good young goalkeeper, Dylan Paraj-Cullen, can only dive and stretch. But Segaic completes the hat-trick off the bench.
Well, back-to-back hat-tricks for Ufuk Talay's team. Joe Lolly here on Wednesday.
Segaic is this back under control for Smith to knock it long. Agos battling away, but Carluccio wins it back. First time shot from Pearman! Rifles it past Alex Paulson, and this time it is the glory in front. What a strike by Jalen Pearman. And he opens his A-League account in style.
Well, that is a special, special moment on the Harvey Norman replay for Jalen Pearman. An unwavering finish as he floated really nicely to the top of the 18-yard box. The good no-look pass from Carluccio, and in comes Pearman. It's a thumping finish. He had a bit to do behind it. The ball was bobbling, but beautiful technique. meets it cleanly, gets a whole good piece of that strike. And that is a lovely finish.
He is victim of a slight challenge there. Maybe the game stretching. Counter on counter could suit Newcastle just fine. Clayton Taylor, the crowd urging him on. Gibson played in! And Gibson scores! And Newcastle firing arrows at home. Ben Gibson finds the back of the net. On the end of a Clayton Taylor counter-attack. Jets 1, Macarthur 0.
Whether or not he stayed on side in the Harvey Norman replay, it was Clayton Taylor who just drove forward with the ball, and he looks fine to me there, and it's a quality ball in behind. Look at that. Sticks the toe out and puts it under the advancing Curto. Great driving run, but it was a wonderful nines run as well. Across the angle. Lovely ball in behind. Clayton Taylor take a bow. And the Jets find themselves in front at home.
Buitza. Yakalish sees Buitza, who continued his run, and a tap in for Valère Germain. The striker's instincts were on there, and when they needed a man in the middle, Valère Germain scores a goal with relative ease.
In the Harvey Norman replay, it's just too easy. And this is one of the weaknesses of Mark Natta's game. When balls come into the box, crosses around that 6-yard area, he loses track of his player. Valère Germain didn't have to do anything really there, as Mark Natta made the run to go to the near post area. He left of Germain, who just wandered into the space behind.
Increased the speed of the game. Bayliss caught in possession by Bratton. And now Germain. Bernardo motoring. Bernardo. And a save that sits up. And Jed Drew follows in for the goal. It hadn't been the busiest day for Jed Drew, but he is Johnny on the spot and puts Macarthur into the lead. His 6th of the season. And the good form for goals and assists continues.
Having a quiet day. They pop up when needed. On the Harvey Norman replay, they move the ball well, and it's a great run inside from Bernardo. Did well to take the touch in and force the save from Ryan Scott. See, this pass was a little heavy, but did well, Bernardo. Ryan Scott can only parry it out. Jed Drew, as all good attackers should do, is right there praying that the ball's going to fall to him, and it does. He duly sticks it away.
The closest player to him from Newcastle was Bayliss there, making that desperate late run. De Silva, Bernardo. To Danny De Silva, getting closer and closer here. To the knockout blow. Bernardo puts it in the net. What an impact he's had after coming on as a sub. And Macarthur will win in Newcastle as Bernardo makes it safe.
On the Harvey Norman replay, it's a lovely ball in behind here. Good run. Lots of gold jerseys around, but that's a cracking finish. Fires it into the net. De Silva with the ball. And he absolutely spanks it past Ryan Scott at that near post area. And it's dead and buried now.
First goal of the season for Bernardo, is 9th.